Yo, man, what's up, man? It's your man Bustamove, man, at Businessman Podcast, Episode 1. Sice King in the building. Sice, talk to him. Talk to him, Sice.
So we gonna tell y'all how this went.
Man, listen, man. From start to finish, we're going to give y'all a full breakdown on what our last month been like. What our last month been like, man, dealing with this circus. Because it definitely was a circus, man.
It was. It definitely was.
It definitely was a circus. It was a stressful circus too. But like I say, I'm the first one to admit though, I was definitely contributing to the circus. I ain't gonna lie about that. I was contributing to the circus, man. Y'all know, you know, Bust Move ain't gonna tell you no lies. Man, what you drinking on, cuz?
Don Julio 7.
Man, listen, man. I'm a whiskey, man. I'm on that makers, man. I'm a whiskey, man. I'm on the makers, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the makers.
Shout out to Lloyd. Lloyd put me on this.
Oh, yeah?
And I ain't never let it go.
I'm on the makers, man. I'm on the makers, man. I realized that I was a whiskey, man. I just stuck with it. I'm on that whiskey. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, man. Raw and uncut, man.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Raw and uncut, man. We let y'all see what's going on. We giving y'all the full breakdown. Everything, how everything played out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even the ins and the outs, the do's and the don'ts, we giving y'all the full breakdown, man, on how we see things, on what our mind state was of it, everything, you know. So, you know, I mean, let's start from the very beginning, cause the very beginning, man, like, you know, when I got the call about the situation at hand, when I got the call, it was like, all right, y'all doing an event, you called me, it was you and Davey.
Yep.
You and Davey coming through, and y'all like, y'all doing an event, and y'all wanted to do it at Martini's.
That was straight. Yep.
So I was like, cool. I was like, man, cool. You know what I'm saying? We could do it at Martini's, you know. I said, man, it sounded like this gonna be a pretty big event, though. My exact words was, I said, Slim, and, you know, everybody don't support Bust a Move. I'm a businessman, but everybody don't support my business, and that's okay. So I said to them, due to, you know, previous situations, you know, you might lose a little bit of your fan base that will support you due to, you know, previous situations. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, if I'm not mistaken, you, Davey, we both was like, nah, we want to do it then.
Yeah. That was how it was.
You know, so ooh, that's a good little blend right there. I said, ooh, that thing y'all was hitting jive right there. Shout out to the makers, baby. And so when that was said, like man, we gonna do it there. I was like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Shout out to my man D Block. I think D Block, we talked to Dave and you said, man, we want to be a part of this event. You know, unbeknown to me, but I was like, shit, you know, once the money team said we're gonna do something, I'm moving forward, let's do it. So now I'm looking like, all right, you know, let's move forward. I mean, what was any
So
side?
let me tell you outside. So probably what was it? 2 years ago when Aunt Davey first got into it.
That was 3, right? 3.
3
Pandemic.
years. Okay.
Yeah.
3 years. I wrote Davey. I was like, man, let's set up a boxing match. I got receipts too. He said, raw and uncut. Fuck out of here. I'm not fighting him. That was the first thing he said. Fuck out of here. I'm not fighting him. I was like, damn. He waited about like 3 years, and he came back, and he ended up writing me and said, bro, let's set it up. You know what I'm saying? Let's finally set the boxing match up. This was the original fly right here, the first jump when they first approached.
That's the very first fly.
That was the first fly that we.
Wow, you gotta send that to me.
Yeah,
you gotta send that to me so I can drop that on the edit. You gotta make sure you send me that. So that was the very first fly. So this is way before Bust Move even knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking before that, Davey had did one of his very first stand-up shows at my spot. We had a dude named Hilarious Omar.
Oh yeah,
Hilarious Omar used to host. He's the host all the time at Martini's, and as he would host at Martini's, you know, he would jive, like, you know, grab some of the up and coming talent. So I remember one night, son, we had a packed house. I was like, damn, Hilarious did his thing tonight. I want to say he had Davey, Pat, Goofy. You know, he grabbed all the little
Baltimore guy.
Yeah, the Baltimore dude.
He
He grabbed everybody that he could grab to come out there and you know, jump on the show. So I was like, all right, Slim, that's what's up. Let's rock and roll, you know. So that's the first time I think I really got, you know, not really knew who he was. I mean, I didn't really sit and talk to him that day because, you know, once again, I wasn't doing business per se with Davey. I was doing it with Omar.
Right.
But, you know, he had a good set, you know what I'm saying? It was a real good set, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, once that happened, he had told me no, and then this had happened. This whatever happened with I guess him, Davey, Toya, and all of them, and he ended up writing me. He said, "Bro, let's."
What happened was shit got real messy. That's what shit got messy. Yeah. Shit got personal. Yeah. Shit got destructive. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, because I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. And that's exactly what happened. It started getting personal. And he said, "Bro, let's set it up." He felt like his exact words were, "I let Ant use all of his ammo on me, and then I wanted to set up a boxing match." So I was like, "Cool, we could do it like that." And actually, Cray. So I talked to Davey, and Cray had talked to Ant.
Okay.
When Cray talked to Ant, that was the closest person to talk to Ant, and he was like, "Yeah," he said, "Slice, man, they ain't gonna do it." He was like, you know what I'm saying? He said that I told him I was gonna put it together, and the only way I could do it is if it was under Now or Never. He was like, nobody else, just Now or Never. I ain't want nobody else, and that's how it came together. Davey was like, "Brother, we was all in the mix. I got videos for days, It was back and forth, they arguing because they first talking to each other. Outside of the internet, they talking and they arguing, they going back and forth, and doing his thing, trolling. Davey doing his thing, trolling back a little bit.
And Davey said, Ant is a master troller. That was Davey words I quote. He's a master troller.
Definitely is.
Mind you, Bustamove, I've been on social media for a while now. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 Facebook pages, 2 TikTok pages. One got 74,000 followers on TikTok. One got 16,000 followers on TikTok. I got real active playing around. We was all bored during the pandemic. Instagram page was where it was at, but I had kind of started building my platform with my Instagram page through I was calling the Word of the Day.
I remember that.
And I was doing like I was going to the dictionary, just help me build my vocabulary, reading words every day, and then just giving it back to the community what it was. And then shout out to DMV Hoods and News, who was just grabbing a lot of things that I was doing, just dropped on the page, because you know what I'm saying, he was like OG from Landover, OG Bustamove, and so I started building my platform like that. Mind you, I never really tapped into this side. I knew who Ant Glizzy was, and I knew who Davey Ruffin was, but in the same token, I didn't never really get to the full, you know what I'm saying, breakdown of what was going on. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? I knew who Toya was. Well, that means I knew of Toya. But I still didn't get to the full breakdown of what was going on because it didn't really concern me at the time. You feel what I'm saying? So,
that makes sense.
I just was like, I would breeze on, breeze off, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, now by this time, we didn't talk. We didn't came to agreement that we would do it in Martinis. I don't know what happened. The next morning, I heard I was going to do it at Rose Crow. You know what I'm saying?
So let me tell you about that. So any time I want to do an event, I'm going to call Big Cuz. I'm going to call him, hey, we can do it there. Can we do it there? If it's good enough for him to let us do it there, then I'm going to go there. So what happened was...
Hold on if I cut you off, because that's building relationships now. That's relationships like anything, you know what I'm saying? That's why that's why I said this podcast is brought to you by Bustamove Entertainment and Now or Never. Because there's no big eyes, no little U's. It's not me without you or you without me. We try to make things happen. That's why the whole time we was promoting this whole May the 27th, we was giving y'all Bustamove Entertainment, Now or Never. We were the two that was committed to this thing and see it all the way through. I'm going to use that word a lot in this podcast today, committed. We were committed to see it all the way through. Go ahead, cuz.
Yeah, he's right. We were. Once I talked to him about it, what ended up happening was, I don't know what happened, I'm going to ask him, but Lil Uzi Vert was supposed to walk them out. So with that in my brain, I'm like, it's going to be way more people. We're going to need a bigger spot. And I didn't want to put nothing into it, like bringing a ring and all that stuff. The ring, it would already be there. Anything we needed, I wanted it already there. So we didn't have to have a headache. How are we going to do this? How are we going to get this? How are we going to get this? It already be there. It's better just to pay for stuff. In my brain, it's already better to pay for stuff while it's there than to, you know what I'm saying, add on, keep adding on.
But of course, and cost effective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Goods. I mean, goods effective. Cause if the goods is already there, you ain't got to start trying to search for the goods. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, so now let's tap back into Bustamove. So now I see there was an issue on renting Rose Cross. So I'm looking like, whoa, okay. Everybody got all this money. Everybody bankroll up, but no one gonna rent Rosecroft for what I think that's what 3,900.
Yeah, 39.
I think it was 30. So I was like, man, you know what? Man, that's cool. I rent it. You know what I'm saying? I rent it, and we can just do the event there and go from there, and let's go forward. I said, you know what I mean? I'm already committed, and y'all, you know, bop. Let's make it happen. So
shout out my man Dusty Harrison. Though.
Man, shout out to Dusty, man. R.I.P. to Dusty father, man.
Yeah.
I condolence to your father, man.
Yes,
Dynamite trainer, man. So Dusty was going to let us do it, but he was booked. He was booked, so we couldn't do it there. He was booked. So now, long story short, this is where I come into play, where I all the way get in the mix of what's going on, y'all. Because at the time, I've never spoke to Cray or Esco for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Never spoke to them. I mean, I've seen Cray in past. I've seen Cray come to my club here and there, man. I knew the guy, but I didn't really know him personally. We just knew of each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't really know his curse or know anything about him. He might feel the same way about me, other than, you know, he was a comedian. You know what I'm saying? And I was a club owner. So, now, I'm on Davies Live, and Davies like doing what he do, talking his stuff, talking his trash, going off on Ant, just doing what Davey do. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I feel like Davey let Ant control his mental state too much, and mental health is definitely a real thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's so funny because before we even did this event, somebody said to me, man, they said, man, y'all used to worry about doing this boxing event, but you should worry about the mental health issues here in the DMV area. I'm looking like, huh? What? I didn't comprehend that till as this thing been going on. I see so much mental health issue problems. You know what I'm saying? Like mental breakdowns, you know, in the midst of all this. Shit, it almost gave me a mental breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, now I'm on Davies Live, Davies going off, and you know, one thing about trolls, and I don't use the word fan, I always say observers. One thing about observers, y'all love to bounce back and forth from everybody's lives. At this time, I don't really know what's going on. I'm just an observer at this time, so I'm observing what's going on, and as I'm observing what's going on, I basically see, man, like Davey, like what? What y'all mean it ain't going on? What you mean he ain't gonna do it? He ain't doing it. Oh, he's scared. So I would just get off Dave's live and go to Ant's live, and I see Ant going off like, man, everybody broke. And I'm gonna try to keep my cussing to a minimum because I don't want this podcast to get demonetized. But you know what I'm saying? He was just cussing and going off like everybody broke. They ain't got no money in the DMV. I bet they was doing it at a free location. Excuse me. Ant was just doing him, y'all. Ant was doing what Ant do, talking vicious verbal gymnastic. You know, he's a verbal gymnastic champion.
That's my man, though. That's my man.
Man, listen, man, verbal gymnastic champion. That man is, that's why him and his words on the word game side, because he's just so articulate with his words, man. Say what you want about it, but when it comes to talking that trash or trolling, Davies said it best, man. He's a master troller. You know what I'm saying? So he's going off. So now I'm on the live, but I'm chiming on like, yeah, it was gonna be the free spot. I was gonna do it my spot. So as I'm chiming on, he's not really paying no attention, but he's like, people like Bustamove in. But he just like, man, I don't care. Everybody broke. So then he requested for me to come on live, and I just hit the button. So it brings me on live, bro. So I'm looking like, hey, what's up? He's like, what's up, Bustamove? I ain't know that was you. I'm like, what's up, yeah? So I'm like, yeah, man, you know, it was gonna be in my spot, but you know, then it was moving to Rosecroft, but he was booked out. But what's up, man? Why you ain't doing it? Man, these dudes know what's up, man. I need 20,000 to fight him. I need 20,000 up front. I say, damn. I say, son, I got kids. I said, man, I got 6 kids, man. 4 businesses, man. You know, multiple homes. I look, man, I don't got time to be getting on the 20,000 up front. But I said, I would give you 10 grand up front to lock you in. He was like, man, look, 10,000 up front, I do it. Lock me in. So I'm looking like, all right, because mind you, this is for the whole DMV, y'all. This is for the DMV. Bustamove from Maryland. I'm a Maryland guy. Kent Landover. Man, stand up, L's up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is with me. Like, I ain't got nothing against DC or Virginia, but I'm a Maryland dude. So, in my mind, I don't really know Ant at the time. I've been in Davy's presence awful lot. Never really got to know his courage to the midst of all of this, but I didn't really get, even with the mindset of Davy's courage, I didn't realize how much traumatizing he was traumatized by Ant's voice, presence, mental status. He was traumatized by it, and I didn't really get it. You know what I'm saying? So, my mind, all right, well, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and make this make it happen. In my mind, it's $100,000 lick. In my mind, man, we about to bring the whole town out. This was going on. So, man, as I'm on the live, you know, we committing to doing it. So as I'm on the live, I get a DM from Mesco. I don't really know the kid. I don't know his aunt, little brother at the time. I don't really care about that per se. You know what I'm saying? I don't know his aunt's brother at the time, so he just like, man, where you come from, old head, you in the way, la da da. So I'm looking like, what? So who the fuck are you? Like, I moves on about it. So now I'm telling aunt, like, man, look, Holmes, I mean, we gonna do it, let's do it. I don't realize that this many people is trying to get involved. Craig and Esco was together, you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm looking like, man, we gonna do it, man, you know, because I ain't with all the broke shit. Whoever broke, get out the way, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly what you said.
In my mind, let me tell you, Craig's broke. You know what I'm saying? He's broke. So I'm like, whoever broke, get out the way. And at the present time, I'm not talking about Craig per se, but yeah, that's my opinion. Like, he gonna have his opinion. So now I'm like, let's move forward with it. Bop. Let's move forward. So as I say that right there, make a long story short, I get Ant to bring Davey on the live. The live, so it's me and Davey on the live. The live, it was like 5,000 people viewing the live. They going back and forth talking about it. I'm like, oh, this about to be what's happening. I said, we can get 1,000 and 5,000 come out and support the event. We done made a bankroll. You know what I'm saying? Because technically, they were going to sell tickets, both of them, on their event breaks, $100 tickets. The whole time, we're going to go back to this, though, but another key word for this whole podcast is scam. They were about to bust a scam. Ant done said it the whole time. Before Bustamove got involved, this was a whole crummy move. It was a scam move. Esco Cray at the blessing of Ant was busting a scam.
Under my name. Thank you, Ant.
Under Now or Never and Davey. So mind you, Now or Never and Davey would have been held holding the crowd looking at everybody crazy. They was gonna bust the scam and get out of here. But everybody think everybody their friend, and everybody want to use everybody's other names to try to portray like, oh, this and this and that. But Slim, this is public knowledge. They said it was busting a scam. You know what I'm saying? They said before Bustamove got involved, this was gonna be a scam. So I damn sure ain't get scammed. I didn't get scammed. This word scam keep coming up because before I got involved, this was gonna be a scam. You know what I'm saying?
He told me that to my friend. Ant told me that
personally.
To my face.
You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, we're gonna jump back and forth, but that's why I don't really respect Creole Esco Mind State trying to act like they did something sweet on Bustamove when you didn't, because that never happened. You know what I'm saying? So now, mind you, we're selling the dream. So now, Cray done called Sice to get the me, and I told Sice, tell Cray, call me. Man, I ain't got you never clearly. He's not in the mind state of, when you were trying to get in my club for free, when you were sitting out front, you couldn't get in. You was trying to call Boo Boo the Truth to get in the club. I don't know how you got my number, but then you called me and I got you in my club for free. You know what I'm saying? Because you Boo Boo's man's, or Boo Boo's brother's man, or Boo Boo man, whatever it may be. I got you in the club, but you don't remember none of that though. But it's cool. So now, mind you, he like, Bustamove, why you say? He said, why you say I'm broke? Or why you say I'm
Yeah, he called me. He was like, man, call Bustamove. I said, man, what's up? Before I started making calls, he like, nah. He said that he said I'm broke on live or something like that. And I called because I'm like, man, Cray on the phone. He said, lock him, man. Called him. And he was like, yeah, you saying I'm broke? I think
it wasn't I'm broke. Cause I think I said I made a comment about people being broke, but he said I must say he was a sucker. I don't know what he said.
I can't remember.
Whatever he said, I said something that he didn't like.
Yeah.
So when Cuz called me for him, he just like, why you say that? I'm like, I don't. First of all, I didn't say whatever he said. I didn't say. I said what I said was, you broke. People are broke. You broke. And I was like, man, but where do we go from here? So that's why our first initial word was conversation we had, and we had love like homes. But since you calling me, you throwing me off. I see y'all all the time. Bustamove. I'm not with all the broker gymnastics shit. I mean, this is something I'm doing now, stepping into this arena. So I told Shorty, man, pull up on me. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can come and see me like a man. We discuss this as man. And once again, this is the first time. Where you about to be at? I'm about to be at the club. I'm on my way. All right, so I get dressed to go to the club in case he gonna pull up. We gonna talk about it, bump, whatever the case may be. We gonna handle it like men. I get, man, Cray on live, talking crazy. For real? This is my first time really entertaining live like that. So now I go to the live, cuz, mind you, I'm in the back. Yeah, in the back of my spot. I'm in the back. So while I'm in the back, it's real choppy back there on the Wi-Fi. You feel what I'm saying, y'all? Yeah. So if you go see that joint on YouTube, man, it don't really get with my master's going. So I'm just like telling Slim, like, why you on live and you said you about to pull up? So mind you, now I don't understand why you on live. You supposed to be down here to see me face to face. and we can discuss it like men or handle it like men. Why you on live? So, long story short, you know, he like Bustamove. I said what I said, man. But he has a little man complex where he feels like everybody trying to curry him or nothing. But it wasn't even. I wasn't taking that serious. Nope. But at the time, Esco on the joint talking that fly shit, flashing his money. Man, I could have him fighting the grass. Man, shut the fuck up. Is what I tell him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you throwing me off. I called him about 100 bitches because Bustamove, when I get mad, I'm gonna say what I want to say out my mouth, and that's just what it is. So, long story short, man, you know, we had a little words. Mind you, now by this time, I'm like, whatever. You ain't put it up. I ain't entertaining you, youngest. I move on. I speak to Ant later that night. Yeah. So Ant like, man, that's my brother, Bustamove. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, don't let your pride go, man. You a club, oh, that's my brother, man. Just apologize to him. Because you did come on, I told him I'm not, I'm not apologizing to no man about nothing, especially when I know I'm not in the wrong. Because like I say, how y'all playing this is just completely weird to me. Like, these dudes is like titans in this game, and they're not titans to me. You know, they are men. And then all this, everybody want to be, see, and this the part that's funny to me. Everybody a little boy when it's cool to be a little boy, but they're a man when it's cool to be a man. Make your mind up. You either a cold-blooded man, or you a youngin' out here in this game playing little boy ass game, one or the other. But I wasn't the one to apologize at all because at the end of the time, at the present point in time, that's how I felt. Because you was coming at me sideways. I wasn't going for none of that stuff. And I had told Crate, pull up and holler at me. Get off of that. Long story short, now, mind you, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Crate to pull up. I came out there. He didn't pull up.
He never pulled up.
He didn't come out there.
Strike one, Craig. You never pulled up.
Yeah. Not saying nothing against him, you know.
Oh no, didn't at all. I mean, I'm just saying, strike one to me. You didn't pull up.
You didn't pull up
because once again, you playing it on a nerve like you didn't. You told me you were coming, and didn't pull up. So I ain't understand that.
That's on live though.
That's on live. Told me he was coming.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I be it.
Yeah, he said, Craig, why the fuck is you talking? I told you to be here. Craig said, I told you I'm on my way.
So, you know.
Locked the club up, went home, went to sleep. No Craig. Cool. Next thing. Flyer drops. We dropped a flyer. Everybody asking for money at this point now.
Because mind you, because once we did the live, and the live went crazy, Bustamove, I'm a businessman. This is Businessman Podcast, episode 1. I'm a businessman. And how I look at things is, once the business get to moving and grooving, I'm trying to see how do we capitalize to make the business prosperous for everybody. How do we move? So now, mind you, I found out that Esco is Aunt little brother.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, Shawty, now we talking to the DM, and if you got it, Esco produce it. Slim, oh, you want to talk now, youngin? Because I'm a businessman. We can discuss business like men. All that sideways stuff means nothing to me. That's just fly conversation. Pull up on me. We can sit down, bop, let's do business. You know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, I give him the full breakdown, what I'm trying to do, my vision for the fight. Esco give me his full breakdown. Hey, Bustamove, man, we need to have a lot of police officers. I ain't on his exact word. I ain't on no hot shit, but I said, Holmes, that ain't being hot. You talking real business. We need to have a lot of police officers, man. We need to do it somewhere that, man, we can secure everything and have it right. Bop. And I said, all right, but I said, listen, you know, if you want to do it, let's do this. Esco had printed the tickets out. The tickets that y'all were seeing was the tickets that he printed out, but I'm guessing now, because that was the scam tickets, but we made them real tickets. Yeah. So he had went and printed out the tickets to make it happen. So now, mind you, you know, when you're doing business, you got the venue that I had booked held up to 1,800 people. Yeah. It was a nice outside venue. We had an inside-outside spot, 18. So now my mind state is, all right, let's make it happen. We're going to send all the ticket sales to Esco until it's time for us to get tickets. But no one wanted to do business with Esco and Crate. And I told Esco and Crate from day one, Bustamove going to get his tickets. I'm going to print up some tickets. Now the Never going to get some tickets. I'm going to get a money team some tickets. Because nonetheless, everyone that's doing promotion for the event got to be able to recoup some money. Because you're promoting, you got to buy things of that nature. Because in my mind, the door going to be where we get the bulk of the money from. And the Eventbrite. No one got the Eventbrite but me. I think I might have honored a couple tickets that they was able to go to Ant and Davey from their Eventbrite before we shut it down. Then that was all my Eventbrite that ran the whole event. So mind you now, this is all going on. Now we done had Esco meet you with some tickets.
Esco met me with some tickets. He gave me 6 tickets.
6 tickets.
Yep.
So you know, cause you had to sell for some tickets.
Yep.
And I told him, everybody not gonna want to go to you, shorty. Like this is business. I can't tell my mama buy tickets from Esco. Who is Esco to my mother? I can't tell my employees, oh, go meet Esco. Nah. But see, that's what it was. You maybe you were still on crummy scam time, but you couldn't move that or execute that with men who understand business. So now, like I say, in the midst of all this going on, we got the event going. We done got the live jumping event going. We trying to sell the tickets. So now, I go print out tickets for all other entities and that's going to participate with the fight. Now, see, the tickets wasn't a big issue because, you know, it was this big, they had 100 tickets. That's 100 comp tickets, 100, do what you need to do with tickets, get you some money, because, you know, for your vision, let's go. Oh, you got scam. Scam where? Scam how? It's about 1,800 people. And they're like, dog, everyone had tickets that I wanted to have tickets. Because if I didn't want you to have tickets, I would have said, Esco and Craig tickets mean nothing. I could have said, Ant said 100 times, what you doing, Bustamove? You run the show. I know I run the show, Ant. What I was saying was, Esco and Craig, I knew I needed body fillers. If you want to be technical, we might have only had maybe 210 tickets in the streets because I did a ticket count. I know personally I sold probably about like 75 tickets myself. How many you sell?
I want to say like between 20 and 30.
So between 20 and 30. I know Stuffy and them sold a couple tickets. So my whole thing is Esco and Craig didn't sell 100 tickets, y'all. They still had tickets left over. Technically, and you can ask, because then it gets to the point now, come to find out, Will Roy is Craig's uncle, or Craig is his uncle. So then while all this was going on, you know, he had his clubhouse thing going on. You know, now we trying to promote the fight. I'm telling everybody, man, listen, y'all, we got 900 people committed to come to this fight. Because that's a strategy. That's a marketing tool. That's a marketing promotion. Now, granted, like I say, same thing Aunt Glizzy was doing. You know, when I gave him some of the money, he knew he had to get his back end money. That was a strategy. Oh, I got all my money. That's a strategy. That's a marketing tool to make everything look in the best of lights. Because, you know, I want to make sure that y'all know we going hard on promotion, but people coming to this fight. But see, people who don't understand business and who just looking for messiness and drama, they ran with it when Esco and Craig tried to paint a narrative like they finessed him. You didn't finesse nothing. You didn't even.
Let me say this too. Why I'm fucked up with Craig, because this all through the fight, y'all ain't really see me doing too much talking, too much on live. But why I'm fucked up with Craig is because Craig is supposed to be a part of that, whatever.
Okay.
So why would you put me in a situation to stand me? Why? Esco, I don't know him, so I could understand. I could understand.
Or care less because that's the move. That's the play.
Yes, that's the play.
That's the play.
Craig is. He's hosted fights with us. So for you to say that this whole thing was a scam from the beginning and to bring the team in it, not just me, Bilal, Lloyd, and Block, it just show who you are.
I say this right here, to Craig's defense, because me and Craig, before we completely fell out, though,
I always felt like that, though.
No, but hear me out. But to his defense, before we completely fell out, where we have no dealings, like I don't have no, like you know what I'm saying? I don't want no dealings with Shorty. I don't want to deal with him or Esco at all. Like they not my caliber dudes. They not my caliber younger that I want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Plymouth saying if you see me, stay far away, young. That's just what it is. So, because whenever you see me in my presence, it's never nothing. You know what I'm saying? But to his defense, I don't really believe that once it became. See,